Tonight, the best wrestlers in the SCCAL have converged on Santa Cruz High School to see who will be the best in their respective weight class. It's the Santa Cruz Coast Athletic League Wrestling Finals next on CTV Sports. Hello again, everybody, from the Fehliman Gym on the campus of Santa Cruz High School. I'm Kurt Edwards with the Commissioner and Wrestling Hall of Famer, Pat Lovell, and we're going to get ready for 14 bouts of fantastic wrestling. And Pat, coming into tonight's match with 14 of them, give me 2 or 3 or 4 of some of these fantastic wrestlers we're going to see.
Well, I think the heavier weights, we have a couple really good guys. Ben Landauer is ranked #1 in the CCS. His opponent tonight, Riggs Powell, moved up from, he was a #1 seed, or #2 seed in CCS, 197 pounds, and he has moved up a weight class, so he'll be at that 220-pound weight class too, so be very, very competitive. Some of the other ones that we have in there that's going to be really tough matches is Joe Elsey, the 172-pounder from Aptos High School, is also ranked very high in the CCS, along with Michael Kraft from SLV. So those kids are going to really be there. There's others, but you know, we're going to be running out of time here, so that's all we'll do for right now.
Well, we've got a lot of wrestlers, and they're coming in. They've wrestled all day. What do some of these wrestlers have to bring to the table to be successful in a tournament such as this?
Well, the thing is, this has got to be, they got to be peaked right now. They've got to be able to turn it on at this point of the season, because everything now is, you know, the easy stuff is all over. The dual meets are over with. The rest time in between, so now it's tournament time. Going to the CCS if they qualify. We're taking the top 2 wrestlers from our league will go to CCS and compete over there. And then if they're fortunate enough to place there in the top 4, then they can go on to the California State Championship down in Bakersfield.
It's going to be a fun night of wrestling. We'll be back with 14 fantastic bouts right after this. Welcome back from the Fehliman on the campus of Santa Cruz High School. I'm Kurt Edwards with the Commissioner and Hall of Famer Pat Lovell. We're just wrapping up some great pre-match festivities before we get on with 14 of the most exciting bouts that some of these young wrestlers have been in. And you know, Pat, before we get into this thing, the great classic, the Santa Cruz Classic, California Classic, if you will, that really came back big time this year with the combination of Aptos and Scotts Valley running the show.
Yeah, it worked out very well, Kurt, this year, bringing the Coast Classic to Aptos High School. We could, you know, what we did is increase the size of the tournament. We went to a 64-man bracket, and you know, we brought in more teams from all over the state of California, so it was a really, really tough tournament. And I think it's going to grow and get tougher as we go along, because people like what they saw. They like the hospitality. They like the facility, that beautiful facility, you know, at Aptos High School. We use the old gym, you know, for a couple of things and, you know, for a couple rounds. But, you know, all in all, it was a great event.
Well, I wouldn't call it an old gym. That's a Warmerdam gym. That's an ancient classic, just like Bill Warmerdam. Yeah. Hey, I want to thank a bunch of people who have made this broadcast possible, such as CTV Sports is a presentation of community television of Santa Cruz County, nonprofit membership organization serving the county residents by providing education and tools to access media. Visit us at communitytv.org. And Cruz-AL Internet, Santa Cruz County's largest independent internet service provider, offering high-speed wireless internet, a co-location data center, and flexible workspaces with 10 gigabytes of fiber internet. Details online at cruzio.com. And a special thanks to Crafts Body Shop, serving Santa Cruz County since 1965. Crafts Body Shop specializes in all types of collisions and auto body shop repairs. Craft offers free estimates. I'm going to need a couple of those. A free lifetime, or free nothing, a lifetime warranty, accepts all types of insurance, and is diamond certified using state-of-the-art tooling and repair. Equipment Craft dedicated staff takes pride in resolving all of your vehicle's damages and gaining a customer for life. Call 476-3232 or visit us on the web at craftsbodyshop.com. And someplace to go to eat, the Santa Cruz Diner. At the Santa Cruz Diner, you'll always find great food at reasonable prices. Family owned and operated since 1998. Santa Cruz Diner is kid-friendly and offers a wide section of traditional vegan items. Great staff, comfortable atmosphere will make you feel right at home. Featured on the Food Channel. Easy to find on Ocean Street in Santa Cruz and on the web, santacruzdiner.com. Great food, right price, Santa Cruz Diner. And Cougar Swim School, located at Felton at the San Lorenzo Valley High School pool. Cougar Swim School's experienced staff is dedicated to helping students gain experience in the water and become strong swimmers. Find them online at cougarswimschool.com. Every day is a great day to learn to swim at Cougar Swim School. Well, we're just wrapping up the great awards to some very special wrestling talent. Pat, who are some of these wonderful people that are receiving the awards?
Well, the award was actually for Tex Ronning, the ex-coach here at Santa Cruz High School. Coached here for many years, and he was out there with a great great group of his former wrestlers. And Tex sent some of those guys to me at Cabrillo College, and I had them on my team at Cabrillo College. A couple of them played football for me, and Craig Dean was out there, wrestled at UCLA. And actually, when I was coaching in high school, Craig Dean beat my guy at 145 pounds, cost us the Northern California Wrestling Championship when I was at James Lick High School. And he just came over and reminded me about that. So, you know, that's stuck in my craw for a long time.
It sounds like it still might just a little bit.
Well, because my guy beaten him 3 times during the year and then got knocked goofy in his semifinal match, and so it was a turnabout.
Here's a peek at some of the standings for the wrestling, the SCCAL Wrestling. Aptos on top. They went undefeated in this league this year. Scotts Valley 4-1. San Lorenzo Valley 3-2, Harbor 2-3, SoCal and Santa Cruz 0-4. And pausing right now for the national anthem. You notice there are a couple of teams that are missing in that one. Fantastic. Pat, when you hear the national anthem and we're getting ready to go to wrestling, I just can't help but think of the Olympics. And you were part of the Olympic team way back in, a couple years back, not that many really. But, for some of these young wrestlers who are about ready to take the mat, and we're going to get a chance to introduce them, this is their Olympics. This is their great chance in time. And, to hear the national anthem, whether it's before a match or on the podium, that's got to be a great thrill.
Yeah. I think, Kurt, my biggest thrill was being in a foreign country, and the 3 international events that I participated in, 2 world championships and the Olympic Games. When you're from the United States and you're in a foreign country and they play that song, the hair on the back of your neck stands right up. I'll tell you, it's very, very special.
It's pretty neat, and you can see 28 wrestlers, 14 on one side, 14 on the other side. and it's going to be fun to watch them go at it. We're going to open up with the 106 weight class, and that's going to be Kevin Eddington and Jacob Ruiz. Eddington out of Scotts Valley, Ruiz out of Santa Cruz. They worked their way on through, and we went through the standings just a little bit ago, and one of the teams or schools that was conspicuous by their absence is St. Francis, who is still building their athletic program. And okay, put that commissioner hat on. Is there anywhere down the pipe where we may see them go at it? Because we know two schools who were not in the SCCAL, Pajaro and Watsonville. They've got some good wrestling programs there. So I'll get it in a minute. St. Francis is going to start sneaking in with some of that talent.
I don't know. You know, St. Francis, I don't know if they will ever field a wrestling team. You know, they such a small school that they don't have the numbers. You know, that's the numbers game with them. The other thing is, you know, Mount Madonna, of course, you know, only has boys and girls volleyball, a little cross country, and so we're not going to get any help there. And it really did hurt us some, losing those wrestling schools, because it gives us a little more clout, I think, and we would have probably gotten more qualifiers to go from our league to the section championships.
Yeah, I know that Gary down there at Watsonville, again, going after another title. He's always kind of fight. But looking up in the stands, I see a few sweatshirts from the middle schools, from some of the kids who were here, Mission Hill, and I saw New Brighton, some young wrestlers. There was a couple that I know, one being Zeph Frazier, who's over at Mission Hill, and there's some others. So wrestling, even though it may be down this year, is still big in Santa Cruz County.
Yeah, the thing is, funny thing, it seems like the junior high schools here in the county are flourishing. You know, they're getting 30, 35 kids out, but something happens. It seems to happen between the transition when they leave junior high school and they start high school. For some reason, it just doesn't seem to be as popular with them. And we're hoping to break that mold and see if we can get some more kids out on the mat, because, you know, it is such a great sport. It's an individual sport, and I tell you, it'll make a man out of you, that's for sure.
Well, a friend of yours and a very far acquaintance of mine, John Madden, once said he thought that, you know, if you could get a football player who was also a wrestler, was going to be a better football player, whether you're the interior lineman or those running backs, because you used to contact and feeling your way around there. And you know, back in those days, you didn't have all the fancy little blocks or grabbing that you have now. So
yeah,
I would really like to see some of these football coaches, and I'm sure some of them do, encourage many of their football players to step out on the mat. And you're right.
Yeah,
you learn a lot about yourself on the mat.
Yeah, there was a great example of that is Stephen Neal, who played for the Patriots for 10 years out of Cal State Bakersfield. He was a two-time national champion, one-time runner-up, and world champion, and then he decided he wanted to play professional football. He did not wrestle, he did not play football at the college level because Cal State Bakersfield did not have a football team. So he signed with, I think Baltimore drafted him, he signed with them. They cut him, and the Patriots picked him up, and he was a starter for him for like 8 years. And if you watched him block, everything he did was wrestling centered. The center of gravity, the position of his body. You watch him on pass blocking, and people could hardly ever get by him. And he's not the only one. There's Lorenzo Neal, was a fullback, he just retired, played all over the NFL. And, there's been some terrific kids have been wrestlers. Curly Culp was another one back in the old days, you know. So, anyway, it does help you. The syndrome we have of football, of course, is let's just lift weights. Well, I think wrestling is much better than lifting weights.
Well, it's got a great amount of teaches balance, coordination, and you're right, it has a lot of fun stuff to do. Well, the lights are dim, the center light is on. We've got the circle right in front of us with the SC on it. Again, we're at the Fehliman here at Santa Cruz High School, and old Doc Fehliman's got to be feeling proud that this big old building is still here.
Yeah.
And it's got his name attached to it. Our first group of wrestlers, as I said, Kevin Eddington out of Scotts Valley and Jacob Ruiz out of Santa Cruz. Ruiz is going to be in the Cardinal Red. And Eddington, this is the 106 class, Pat. So these guys are going to be flying around the mat.
Yeah, they'll be like flies, you know, chasing each other around out there. Kevin Eddington from Scotts Valley is coached by Jared Norman and Ken Kennegard at Scotts Valley High School, and Jacob Ritz is from Santa Cruz High School. It's coached by John Corona and Billy Burr. Yeah, Santa Cruz, and the red uniform is red, and Scotts Valley is green.
Here they come. Who's our referee out there?
Our referee out there is John Moore. John Moore coached at Wilcox High School years ago. Been big in the freestyle programs throughout there. I think they're waiting for that sign. You know,
yep.
Coach for years, and so. Yeah. So anyway, he's a very, very experienced wrestling person.
All righty, they're getting ready to get started. Eddington, who is seated first, I believe he's the #1 seed. Jacob Ruiz has fought his way through the tournament to get to this spot. There's the whistle, and out they come. And the dancing starts with nobody really gaining any kind of upper hand. Eddington pushing Ruiz away. Pat, looks like they're just waiting for some kind of an opening to get a shot in.
Yeah, there was an attempt of a high crotch there by Eddington. Nice little move in there, but he couldn't quite clear the elbow. But you'll see him, you know, like boxing, they're sparring around. Nice two-point takedown by Jacob Ritz.
Jacob trying to gain a little bit more control. Eddington gets his way outside, so we're going to go back to the circle, start all over again. Eddington will be in the down position. He'll be facing away. And Ruiz will be tentatively touching him. Now, one thing, Pat, when they get in that position, I notice most of the wrestlers, they're really not going for a grab. Eddington trying to get a reversal and an escape. And he's able to do that. 2 points for the reversal.
Yeah, nice switch move on that. He used the switch, come around. Now he's trying to Turk him over, but he's working the face over a little bit down there.
Is there when you were wrestling this last year, was there a particular move that you used to try and just roll these guys over with if you could?
No, in my day it was just a half Nelson and crotch, you know. Grab him in the crotch and put the half Nelson and drive him over. He's working hard. He's got that half. Eddington's got that half really deep now. He just lost it.
Working on that left ankle is Eddington. Looks like he's trying to pick Ruiz up. Does a little bit. Ruiz trying to fight his way out of it. Eddington now pushing the head down and rolling him right on over, and that's got to hurt just a little bit.
Yeah, he tried the head cram on him. That when you can get that neck bent like that, sometimes you can take him right over on his shoulders. Now he's got him in the cross face move there, where he's got the far arm, trying to take him over that way.
Trying to use that leverage and momentum to drive Ruiz out. Ruiz looking at that white line.
Now Eddington's got him in the cradle, taking him back. Now he's going to scoring near fall points here.
Saved by the buzzer.
Saved by the buzzer. 2-point near fall for Eddington. Yeah, the cradle's a tough one to pin him with. You have to actually let him settle and then cinch it up again. So you take him over, you give him a little room, and then you open it up, let him drop, and then cinch it up again on the cradle.
Kind of like tightening up a belt.
Yeah, for sure.
Eddington on the bottom, Ruiz on the top. Eddington quickly escapes and a reversal. 2 points.
Just switch. Nice switch. Nice switch move.
Eddington showing tremendous control. He's got his opponent, I would guess, right where he wants him.
Yeah, he's looking for that cradle again. He's trying to take the near side cradle, but he can't rock him back. Here he goes. He's taking him toward his head with a cradle. That's a good position to be. He's scoring near fall points now. Remember, if the referee gets to the 5 count, it becomes a 3-point near fall. Anything beyond 2 to 4 becomes a 2-point near fall.
Now, is there anything Eddie can do in this position except for hold him there almost in a submissive type of a hold to get any better?
No, really. It's just you just want to basically not overextend yourself. Keep your body position where he's right in that line so you can turn him over. See, now he's in a poor position because he's more in the front. He needs to be more on the side.
Ruiz trying to figure out something. Got hold of Eddington's right knee just so he can have some kind of control and work his way into an escape or some kind of a switch.
There goes Eddington with a step over. Going to put him on his back here. Got that leg in, got that arm barred. He's got the left arm barred there, and he's got his vine in on this side. Now he'll try and tilt him back toward his back. That was a nice move. Completely switched around and put that reverse headlock on him. Now he's got him in real trouble. That's a tough one. Now, in that situation, you want to just cinch it up. We have a fall.
We got a fall. So Eddington, with 19 seconds left to go in the second round of this 3-round bout, comes out with the fall against Jacob Ruiz. So score 1 for Scotts Valley. And that's good job by Eddington. Pat, you alluded that he was right on top of him, did a nice job all the way through and controlling his opponent almost from the get-go. Once they decided how to get that opening, he was in good condition.
Yeah, he had great body presence through the whole match, you know. Kept working that cradle until he was finally successful with it.
All right, coming up on our next one from Scotts Valley, Jake Ravino. This is the 113 class, folks. And Raymond Zacharias from Aptos, one of the plethora of wrestlers that Reggie Roberts has brought into this event. And I kid all these high school coaches, good recruiting year you've got this year. Well, Reggie had a good recruiting year because he's got a heck of a lot of kids.
Yeah, he had a great recruiting year, and winning the championship now back to back. Now it's going to be 3 years in a row here that Aptos has won it, and their biggest competitor is Scotts Valley. So this is a good match because they probably wrestled. I'm not sure, but they probably wrestled throughout each other during the season, and. Jake Ravino from Scotts Valley with the red anklet on.
Yep.
And the red anklet on, he is 8-2, his career record this season.
Scotts Valley on the right, Aptos on the left as they lined up. You can tell the difference a little bit more with Ramon. He's got the light-colored hair. It looks like he's done a little bit of a bleach job on. He's going to go blonde on us right here. Both wrestlers looking for an opening to shoot.
Zacharias had a good season this year. He's working on that arm shuck right now, that elbow shuck, 2-on-1. Now he's off of that, but he was 4th at the El Camino tournament, 4th at the Ponderosa tournament, and 6th at the Webb Lawson tournament. He's in there on a single. Zacharias is in on that single leg. Loses it here. Back.
Out of bounds they go. So Ravino, takes a shot, doesn't get it. Zacharias doing a nice job of backing away. Referee with the whistle, stopping the action.
Our referee for this match is Max Callahuff. Max, long time official, has officiated many state tournaments, and his partner, the judge on this match, is Keith Pickard, and Keith Pickard is one of our premier officials who's worked NC2A Division 1, 2, and 3, and also worked the state championships probably 20 times in a row. So he got two very, very experienced officials out there.
And they control the mat very well. Talking to the officials, and some of these officials wrestled, and some of them got in it because they really liked the sport. They were multi-sport athletes, and wrestling wasn't one of their games, but they really like the one-on-one competition that wrestling has.
Yeah.
Zacharias looking for a shot. Ravino trying to get Zacharias' head to go down. Again, a shot for Zacharias doesn't work. Ravino now, both people just trying to get some kind of a control. Zacharias getting Ravino in trouble.
That was a real nice fireman's carriage by Zacharias. He's got He's got Ravino in trouble now. He stepped over. He's got that leg vine in, trying to crank him over.
And Zacharias continues to be in control. He's got a good job. Gets both legs down between, hooks his feet to the outside. So Ravino really can't do anything with his legs.
No, he can't. He can't. Two-point near fall. So he got 2-point takedown, 2-point near fall for Zacharias.
And there is the whistle on that one. So right now it's 4-0 in favor is Aptos. Here just in the 113 pounds. Ramon Zacharias from Aptos. He'll be in the down position. Jake Ravino from Scotts Valley. He will be on top. Referee making sure everybody's got the right holds. Now, what is the proper as far as the hand position? Is it, can you be behind the elbow, on top, below?
Yeah. Palm on the elbow, the other palm on the navel. What he did here with his right leg, he was touching him with his right leg in the back. You can't do that. You cannot be touching with anything other than your hands.
Quick move by Zacharias to get out, but Ravino's been able to maintain control of the ankle.
Yeah. That's a very common ride, is a waist and ankle ride, just to stop his motion and keep him in control.
Folks, you can see where balance is key here in wrestling, and why, if you're a football player, you want to do this sport to improve your balance.
Yeah, for sure. He's still in control here. Now he's out of control. 1 point escape.
Zacharias with the 1 point.
Aptos. Oh, nice move. Nice back heel trip. No control yet. No control. Now he's got it.
Zacharias gets 2 points on
got him in the double vine now. This is really a tough one. The double vine is controlling your head.
And another fall. This time for Zacharias with 113 in the second. That's one thing I love about this sport, Pat, is you're watching the combatants work on each other, and you can hear the old wheels, the flywheels working up there. And of course, in these kids are computers, and you and I, might be flywheels. And then boom, they just go right into the attack, and they get their partner in trouble.
Yeah, the training in wrestling, is so demanding as far as you can't relax for a minute if you're not in shape.
Yeah,
you don't have time to relax. You got to be into that match 100% the whole time, or you're not going to be able to do it. Nice move here. You see on the monitor here where he takes him back. Once he gets that double vine, you see how he's got his neck. He's got him so tight you can't move out of that. All you do is you lift up on the head, and what it puts your shoulders down. Here he comes up here in the rear standing position, drops down on a single leg, picks up the single leg here. Wants to try and work him down, trip him down. He's still working on that single leg. He lost it now, and we're going to have a 1 point escape here.
All right, we're moving on to the 120 class. We've got John Portis of Aptos and Josh Burr of Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz in the red, Aptos again in that navy blue, that very dark navy blue. They got the Aptos A with the anchor on it. Referee steps in. The combatants shake hands. They don't waste any time after it. Burr again on the right with the red uniform. See what he's going to be able to do. And I'll give you one thing. Porter doesn't waste any time.
John Porter, beautiful double leg takedown that time on Burr from Santa Cruz. He really got in and deep on that.
Burr trying to figure out how to escape. He steps out of it. Porter hanging on. Reggie Roberts, the coach for Aptos, was out of his chair.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's legal or not.
Trying to work that trip on him.
Nice escape. 1 point. It's for Burr.
The thing you got here, Josh Burr is just a sophomore. Here he is in the finals of the SCCAL tournament where he's wrestling John Porter as a senior. So there's a huge difference a lot of times in ability.
Yep.
You got him in that cradle position there where he's lucky he didn't take him over. He got a single leg on him there, took him right to his side, and then tried to wrap him up with that cradle.
Burr on the bottom. Porter's going to be on top. Burr steps out very quickly, but Porter does a great job of not letting go.
Yeah. Burr's a game kid, though. You know, he's for a sophomore, he's doing a real nice job here. Keeps on working, came up with that 1-point escape.
Hey, points are points. 4-2 right now in favor of the Aptos wrestler, Porter.
Yeah.
Burr trying to get that Porter's hand off his head, takes a shot, not there.
You see what Burr was trying to do? He was trying to get an elbow lift on Porter, but he couldn't quite get it. And once he got his head down, Porter was able to get around on top of him and lock that cradle up again. No control yet. No control yet. Now he's got two.
And it looks like Burr's in trouble.
Taking Burr right over with that cradle.
Can he hang on? He's got 15 seconds to go. Burr working hard. Porter trying to use his body weight. Nice job by Burr to roll over. But to get that 3-point near for 9-2 in favor.
I didn't think Burr would get out of that one, but he did.
Yeah, I lost 25
He's still coming. He's still coming. Look, he's going to get a reversal out of this. Oh, saved by the buzzer. Saved by the buzzer.
I like this young sophomore, Pat. He shows a lot of grit.
Yeah, he does.
Flip with the coin. Both wrestlers are going to be in the up position. Porter goes for the head. And when they're going for the head, what are they trying? I know they're trying to get that neck and bend it down, but after that, what's their next move?
Well, it all depends on your reaction. You know, every action has a counter reaction. You pull down his head, the guy pulls up, you double leg him. That's pretty basically what Porter did. He worked him down, you know, and Burr shot in with his head down, and then Porter was able to slap the cradle on him again. He's got to work more to the outside, I think. Shoot from the outside when you got a guy that's just waiting for you.
Porter staying in control of his opponent. Burr almost gets him rolled over. Burr showing me great stuff. Drives him over, gets a nice little switch and a reversal. But he just doesn't have his body over the top of Porter.
Yeah, he just kept coming. See, that's the thing. I think that Porter felt that he was safe there. Burr just lifted him and drove him past 45 and started getting his near fall points.
11-6 is the score right now in favor of Porter. 59.4 seconds to go in this round.
Burr is still in this match with a minute to go in this period and 2 minutes in the last period.
Now he's not backing down.
Yeah, he's got a tight waist now. He's trying to work that arm bar. He's going to scoop up the leg here. Use the Iowa ride on him here.
Now, I think Porter took Burr's arm, put it over his neck, and then reestablished dominance or control, if you will.
Oh, nice move by Burr on the step over. Porter was coming out of there. See, Burr's not giving up. He's got to score another 2 points here.
He's coming back, 11-8. There's your 2 points.
11-8.
He's down by 3.
11-8. Here, you want to be careful here, not get too high. Stay back, control him. Look for your cradle. See, he's got his hip down. He needs to get his hip up on top. Don't let him step over you.
Porter doing a nice job of spreading out and making sure that Burr can't get that leg over the top. Yeah. Good defense by the young Aptos wrestler. Very, very impressed. 6.5 seconds to go here in the second 2-minute round.
Yeah, Burr can't let him score now. He's got to control him here till the end of this period and then start tough in that third period.
And Patty did just that. He just kind of sat on the back, put a saddle on him, and rode him. Didn't need a bit or anything else. You
don't want to get the problem that you have with young wrestlers all the time. They overbalance all the time. They get on top of somebody, they overbalance, and they end up getting rolled or reversed or whatever. You got to stay controlled. Make sure you keep your opponent under control. Break him down. Break all his appendages down to the mat.
That's Burr who was underneath. Porter shoving that head, just bending that neck back over. Burr is one tough customer. This young sophomore is going to be a wrestler.
Trying to work that three-quarter Nelson. That's a tough move. The old Burr's got to have a strong neck.
Porter's got that arm right across Burr's throat.
Yeah.
Burr's showing a lot of tenacity just to stay out of that. Porter pulling him back, using the arms. Wow! Great job by Burr to reverse.
Nice reversal on that. Burr didn't give up. You know, a lot of guys would have laid down that position, because that's a tough position when you're on your back and that guy's across your throat. You know.
Now in wrestling, you've got the arm across your throat. How much pressure and what's the official looking for to continue the action or to stop the action?
Yeah, stop the action. Call potentially dangerous. Stop the action.
Burr on top, riding Porter. Using the leg. Porter tries to get away. Burr says no.
He needs to probably try and tire Porter down as best he can by riding him hard and then try and turn him to get his points. He's only down by 3. That's only a near fall away from a tie match.
A minute remaining. Well, 1:01, 61 ticks on the clock, and Burr really showing me a lot. Referee making the corrections. Well, you better be ready when that referee blows the whistle, whether you're the top man or the bottom guy.
Yeah, you better have something in mind.
Burr doing a nice job controlling the left wrist of Porter. Porter again gets to the outside of the circle.
Yeah, he's controlling that wrist and ankle, doing a very nice job of that.
Porter again down. This is again the 120-pound weight class here at the SCCAL Wrestling Championships here at the Fehliman on the campus of Santa Cruz High School. I'm Kurt Edwards with what I think the wrestling legend, for me anyways, Pat Lovell next to me.
And Burr's still working him here, working a tough ride. He's got that Iowa ride on the left side there, working tough on the arm, breaking the arm down.
Again, works that ankle, throws that leg right on through. Tremendous. This young sophomore, he's got some future ahead of him.
Yeah.
He doesn't lose his cool.
Yeah, Porter looks like he might be tiring a little bit. Here, Burr can break him down flat and put some kind of turn on him. Half Nelson, whatever. He can use cradle or whatever. But he's got that arm bar deep.
Yep, 3 points, 10 seconds to go. All Porter wants to do right now is hang on.
Yeah. Got the figure 4 on him now.
Now Porter may come out with a win on this one, Pat. He's up by 3, 13 to 10 with 3.9 to go. But Burr has really, to me, he's shown me a lot enough to win this match.
Yeah. But he knows he was in a match.
Burr knows that he had an opponent, and I'll tell you, Porter knows that he had an opponent.
Yeah.
What a great match for the 120-pound.
That was a very, very competitive match.
John Porter, the winner from Aptos High, 13 to 10, the final score over Josh Burr.
Very nice.
That good underclassman. Coach Corona's got to be proud of this young wrestler.
Oh, yeah, he has to be.
That will be coming up next. I'm sorry, Pat, on the 126.
Here we go. You see Burr on the bottom here. He was ready on the whistle. He fired up right away, worked up to this position. Now here we have Porter's putting that 3/4 Nelson on. Here's where he cranks him under. That's a tough move with that leg trapped on the far side there, and then all that pressure on your neck pulling you under. Now he's rolled him right to his back, and he's going to start scoring his near fall points. Still working on Burr. Burr's fighting it all the way. Be careful with that arm across your throat there.
There's the one where he's had his tongue sticking out. I thought we were going to have to go CPR on him.
And there goes Burr with a nice reversal. Real nice reversal on that.
Fantastic bout at the 120. 126.
Will McTighe.
Will McTighe and Grant Marjoram from Scotts Valley. Will McTighe on the left in the blue and gold from SoCal. SoCal High School had an interesting start to their wrestling program. They couldn't find a coach, and Francis Farley stepped on in and said, well, I'll be the coach. And Jimmy Walker said, I'll teach him how to wrestle. And here's Will McTighe, who last year we saw him in the championships. He is a good wrestler at 126.
Yeah, I give a lot of credit to Jimmy Green and Francis Farley. Francis has his own gymnasium, and he is an electrician, and he's just a great guy. He loves wrestling. His son is involved in wrestling. And, of course, Jimmy Green has coached every junior high school kid that probably has gone to SoCal and to Harbor High School for many, many years. And those guys stepped up when Will's dad, Tim Matai, could not be the coach anymore because of work-related issues. Those guys stepped up and took it over. Oh, nice move by Matai, but he lost Marjoram right at the edge there. He would have looked like he could have turned him.
It did look that way. McTighe, they're both going to be up. Here's your whistle. And again, both wrestlers face off, just trying to find some kind of a weakness in both of these wrestlers. Marjoram in the dark and McTighe in the gold and blue of SoCal Knights. Kind of arm wrestling right now.
Nice double leg shot there by McTighe. Couldn't quite follow through with it. McTighe is a senior, and Grant Marjoram is a junior.
30 seconds to go. No score so far in the first 2-minute round. Marjoram gets on his knees, takes a shot at the ankle just for a trip move, doesn't make it. Both guys doing a good job of just tying each other up.
Yeah. Yeah, getting the tie up. There's another shot by McTighe.
Almost looks like McTighe was smiling.
Yeah.
Marjoram working the head a little bit, trying to get hold of that neck to see if he can't go down. It's forehead to forehead. That was scientific
pretty even, yeah. Pretty even shooting that along there.
Now, as wrestlers, when you've come up with those and you've got 2 minutes, no score so far in the bout in the first 2-minute round.
Yeah. These guys have, tournament records throughout the year. They're pretty close. McTighe was 3rd at the Jim Root tournament, 6th at the Apple Cider tournament in Watsonville, and Grant Marjoram was 3rd at the Peninsula Invitational and 5th at the Dawn to Dusk tournament, which was down in Australia, I think.
Now, unlike that other wrestling program called WW whatever it is, there's no finishing moves for any of these kids.
No future.
So what are we looking for? These kids are looking for some kind of a shot. There was one.
Nice shot by McTighe. Marjoram caught him with that head throw, moving forward on that. Comes up with a double vine and a takedown off that. That was McTighe's move all the way, and Marjoram just whipped him by.
Marjoram's got control of the left leg. He's tying that one up. He's just keeping pressure on McTighe's neck, just forcing it down and trying to crank that shoulder over. McTighe is able to get out of that mess.
See, that's a mistake. He let his hips get too low. You let your hips get too low trying to turn them, and you end up getting reversed on that.
McTighe rolls Marjoram over.
He's got him with a cheap tilt now. He's got a tight waist ride and an arm bar, and he's trying to kick him over up on his shoulder so he can get that what we call a cheap tilt, referred to as a cheap tilt.
33 seconds to go, 2-2. We're in the second round. 30 seconds to go here in the second round. McTighe on top, Marjoram on the bottom, and you can see McTighe really has control of the right arm. We've got a whistle. And they're going to bring him up. Marjoram's going to be down in the referee's position. McTighe's going to get the up position.
I think the referee called, and I think what his call was, I think it was where there was no action by either wrestler, or they stopped the match at that point in time and stand him up. They call it a stalemate.
Okay. I'd be running for the corner, but McTighe still, Marjoram trying to figure out how to step out of it. McTighe doesn't let him do it.
Yeah. See, as he started to go in the switch mode there, you saw how McTighe bounced back and stopped him from doing that. So, that takes a little experience. That takes you a while to find that out. And, wrestling is so much about body control. If you've got a kid that's got great kinetic sense, they become good wrestlers. The former Dave Schultz, one of our greatest all-time wrestlers in the United States, that was a guy who was phenomenal. His left toe knew what his right little finger was doing every match,
I remember watching him wrestle, especially in the Olympics. There's
escape by Marjoram. Nice stand-up position.
3-2 in favor of Marjoram. McTighe goes for a shot. Not there. I like McTighe. He's really able to, or not McTighe, but Margarine really able to read McTighe. As McTighe steps in, Margarine sort of steps back and applies pressure to the head. These guys know each other.
Yeah, I think they met. Oh, there was a similar situation. Same thing. McTighe went down. Marjoram tried to do the same thing he did before with a headlock, and McTighe was able to stop it and almost came out on top. So that was almost the exact same situation we had when he scored the first takedown.
Margarine goes for a shot. McTighe, you see, just kicks his legs out behind him and goes down.
Yeah, that was a nice sprawl by him, and he was trying to work the head and arm, but Marjoram looked like you're too smart for that. I'm not going to leave my head down in there for somebody to work on me.
Crank that neck around and make it look like a Gumby character. Walk out of this bout with a giraffe neck.
Yeah.
Inside 1 minute to go.
The referee just called McTighe for stalling, warned him for stalling. McTighe, nice double leg shot, but no follow through.
And he comes right back up.
Marjoram pulled him up. See, now Marjoram is just blocking.
27 seconds to go. See, one of the things about wrestling that I enjoy, Pat, is you don't have to have a lot of score to have a lot of action. You can watch these guys really size each other up. Very scientific in their approach.
Yeah. McTighe's got to get going here. He's got to take a shot. Set it up and go.
McTighe keeps working ahead. This little shot. There's your shot, Pat.
He got the shot, but he's losing him.
Margarine again just kicks his legs out. Tremendous balance by the young Scotts Valley Falcon.
Margarine.
Margarine doing a fantastic job, comes out on top of this bout.
Yeah.
3-2 is again a lot of act. You know,
McTighe just couldn't get through that, get to his legs and follow through with that move. There you see him here taking a shot, working on the head, working on head tap, double leg. Tried the double leg. Comes in. Margarine's gonna play it out. He's playing it smart. He's up by one. Doesn't need to do a heck of a lot. Here he goes again. He's got the collar Perry tie up on him. Working his neck, working his hands. You see him here. He's going to take another shot here at him. Marjoram there you go. Marjoram caught him with that headlock. McTighe rolled through on this one. Oh, this was earlier in the match. This was a takedown situation that Marjoram got. McTighe got himself a little bit too extended and ended up losing the takedown.
All right, we're getting ready for the 132. Will LaMancha of Harbor and Elliot Duran of San Lorenzo Valley. Elliot had to fight his way through, and one of the things that we'll tell the group that's watching us is, you know, some of these weight classes didn't have a whole lot of competitors.
Yeah, we're down a little bit in numbers this year, but the quality seems to be pretty good. We've got a lot of CCS kids ranked in the CCS. LaMancha is talking to his coach. You know, he just injured his knee just in practice yesterday, the last part of practice. The kneecap rolled over on the side, and the EMTs came and put it back in, and I guess he went to the doctor, and they got a brace on his leg here, and he's game. He's going for it.
LaMancha in the green and black from Harbor. Elliot Duran in the black and orange or red from San Lorenzo Valley. The Pirates and the Cougars going after each other.
Yeah, Elliot Duran, you know, of course, is coached by his dad and by Ken Polistrini up there at San Lorenzo Valley. And he was 8th at the Peninsula Tournament, and Willie LaMancha from Harbor was 3rd at the Webb Lawson Tournament, 4th at the Apple Cider Tournament, and 5th at the Mid-Cals.
Both wrestlers have hold of each other's ankle.
And LaMancha was the defending champion. I'm not sure if it was at this weight, but he is a defending champion. And Dorn was 3rd here last year.
And LaMancha trying to get Dorn up off the ground, and Dorn doing a nice job of maintaining some kind of
blocking
control.
Blocking it. LaMancha kept after that until he finally got it, but Dorn did a nice job on stopping him. His defense was really good.
Inside a minute to go here in the first round. LaMancha right on top of Dorn. Got good control of Dorn's right arm, just cranking it right back behind him. Working off to the side, just trying to get as much weight on top of Dorn as he possibly can.
Now he's got that 2-on-1 ride. What he's going to try and do is just keep him broken down with that 2-on-1 and the ride on the side there.
Dorn gets out of bounds. Referee calls for the stoppage with 30 seconds to go here in the first round. La Mancha on top, 2-0.
Dorn is a sophomore, and he's also a football player for the Cougars up there, and he has a 4.0 grade point average, and La Mancha is a junior, and his overall record is 23-7, so he's also ranked in the CCS.
La Mancha, Dorn stands up, trying to break hold of that wrist. La Mancha picks him up, returns him to the mat safely, something I never learned how to do.
Yeah, you got to do it safely.
I was, 0-3 after my first 3 bouts and never got out of the first round.
They pinned you that quick, huh?
Yeah. Exactly. There's the horn. La Mancha on top, 2-0. So
Dorn won the toss, and he defers till the next period. La Mancha takes down. He's going to be in the defensive position, and we'll see if they
see if the plan works.
If they bust out of there on the whistle.
Yeah, I have a feeling that La Mancha, who's a very experienced wrestler, will do that. Dorn fighting not to lose control. La Mancha immediately stands straight up. Nice, almost gets a reversal. Yeah, 2 points.
Yeah, nice reversal. He followed through with a switch. In that situation, if your opponent stand and you still get behind him, you still gain control. You don't have to take him to the mat. Now, in a takedown situation, you do. If you get behind him and it's a takedown, you have to take him to the mat before the points are scored.
Dorn really cranking the neck down on La Mancha, but it doesn't seem to faze the Harbor wrestler as they get out of bounds almost right in front of us.
Yeah, La Mancha is very very tenacious out there. He's on top of you. He knows what he's doing.
La Mancha, top position. The referee says, I don't like it. Dorn getting reset. Dorn not able to get, he almost was able to get out of that, but La Mancha gets hold of an ankle.
Caught Dorn's leg that time and took it across. It looked like almost he had to tear his knee out, but
that wouldn't be good. Now La Mancha, he may yell if you get hold of that knee.
Now, or you and I, that would have finished us right there. But these young kids are so limber, they can withstand a little bit of that stuff.
Yeah, I know you can't tap out here at this level, but I wouldn't have been tapping out. I've been thudding out. La Mancha still maintaining control, doing a good job. Dorn trying to figure out some way if he can get hold of that wrist, the left wrist of La Mancha, to step up out of it. He almost does it, but La Mancha rolls him back over again.
Yeah, you got to get your legs up underneath you and come straight up if you can. Forward lean doesn't.
Looked like La Mancha got himself in a little trouble.
Yeah, he did. He got up way too high on that. And that cost him.
So Dorn gets a point.
Nice move by La Mancha again.
15 seconds to go. Dorn just doesn't want to get scored upon right now. Just wants to maintain where he is. If he can come out of that one, get a reversal, that would be great. And La Mancha just doesn't want to get pinned.
Yeah, be careful in that control position. A lot of times guys say, well, I'm in control. I can lay down here on my back. And it ends up costing them sometimes.
Okay, after 2, La Mancha on top, 6-1, starting from the upright position. La Mancha working the head of Dorn. Dorn doing a good job of getting out of it.
Yeah, he tried that head snap on him there. It didn't quite work. He comes over
Looked like Dorn might have slipped a little bit.
Well, it looked like he was going to try and do a drag step, but it didn't work. He fell down and lost the control of La Mancha's arm. Now he's got him in that front head and arm, trying to get around behind him, but it didn't work.
Nice job by Dorn. Gets out, reestablishes himself there in the center of the ring. The black mat here at the Santa Cruz High School, Fehliman Gym. Both wrestlers in the up position. Harbor in the green and black. San Lorenzo Valley, that's Elliot Duran, in the black and red.
You're working that head and arm on him. Now watch, he'll come to this side to try and control the leg. He'll cringe that thing down as tight as he can, try and pull Dorn down, and then what he'll do is he'll try and spin to the side. So you now got called for stalling. La Mancha did, because he's not doing anything with that hold, and your opponent's pretty helpless in that situation.
Now, Dorn's got hold of La Mancha's wrist. He's able to get himself out of it. No points are scored. 34 seconds to go. 6-1 in favor of La Mancha.
Two-point takedown. That was kind of a screwball double leg position that he ended up in.
But he got a couple of points out of it, no matter how screwbally it is. He's up.
It didn't start that way.
Up 8-1 with 22 seconds to go here in the third and final round. Dorn almost, but not quite. He almost stepped out of it.
Yeah, you got to core your hips on that. Make sure you core your hips and don't get caught underneath there. La Mancha's pretty savvy, you know. He knows his way around this mat pretty well.
He's doing a good job with young Elliot. Elliot steps out, gets a point, 8-2, and there it is. Good bout by both of these young wrestlers. Elliot Duran doing a fine job from San Lorenzo Valley, 2 points. The winner is La Mancha, 8-2. La Mancha out of Harbor High School. And nice job all the way around. Brendan Gwynn is his coach. So we'd like to thank our sponsors who brought this wrestling match to us. CTV Sports is a presentation of Community Television of Santa Cruz County, a nonprofit membership organization serving the county residents by providing education and tools to access media. Visit us at countytv.org. And Cruzeo Internet, Santa Cruz County's largest independent internet service provider, offering high-speed wireless internet and co-location data center and flexible workspaces with 10 gigabytes of fiber internet. Details online at cruzeo.com. Special thanks to Crafts Body Shop. Serving Santa Cruz County since 1965, Crafts Body Shop specializes in all types of collision and auto body shops repairs. Crafts offers free estimates, a lifetime warranty, accept all types of insurance as Diamond certified, utilizing state-of-the-art tooling and repair equipment. Crafts dedicated staff takes pride in resolving all of your vehicle's damage and gaining a customer for life. Call 476-3232 or visit us on the web at craftbodyshop.com. And we are back. Pat Lovell next to me. Pat, always a pleasure to come here and just do this wrestling with you.
Well, thank you, Kurt. I always look forward to this every year. I hope we can keep it going in the community. It's a big lift, I think, for the community and for the sport of wrestling and for sports in general.
All right, we are past 132. We are at 138, which fortunately is not half of me anyways. Michael Kraft of San Lorenzo Valley and Jarrett Lelane of Aptos.
Nice single leg by Kraft on that. Took it right up in the air and used that trip. He's going to cut him now and let him score the 1 point. I think that hurt Lawan. I think it hurt him. I think he hurt his side on that when Kraft took him down.
Lalonde on the bottom, Kraft pushing at the shoulders. You're right, Lalonde does not look like he's 100% right now, and Kraft's going right after it.
Yeah, Michael Kraft is a junior, and you know, he was SCCAL champion in 2010, and he was SCCAL champion last year. He was eighth in the CCS in 210 and fourth at 11. He's only a junior, and he has an 84-21 record. He's wrestled a lot of matches. Lalonde is a junior from Aptos. He's 36-30, and his has a pretty good record for what he's done. There he goes. He's taking him with a stack now. Rolled.
Kraft doing a nice job. He's 8-4. 42 seconds to go here in the first of the 3 rounds.
Yeah, he's taking that roll with the leg and controlling the arm, trying to stand Lawan right up on his head.
Jarrett is in trouble. Michael Kraft doing a nice job of controlling the match right now. 22 seconds to go. Kraft on top, 10-4, and he is in good control of the match and good control of his opponent.
He's a long, tall
He's one drink of water.
Yeah, he is long, tall.
He's using a good job on his body, Pat. Yeah. You know, he's just kind of relaxing on top. It looks like he's sitting on top of a sofa bed.
Yeah. His brother also was a wrestler at SLV, and his dad was a wrestler at SCCAL High School, wrestled for Don Fishburne, I think, at SCCAL. And his dad Ken Kraft, owns Kraft Body Shop. Great people, great family. In fact, he helped out by being one of our sponsors to be able to bring the television crew in here. We really appreciate that from the Kraft family.
Yeah, there's a lot of the businesses that step
forward. Yeah, he's handling pretty well now. A little bit of a mismatch here with the takedowns, and then grabs that single. He'll trip him down here, inside trip him. Take him down, score, and let him go.
Jarrett doing a nice job of pushing down on Kraft's neck, but Kraft, not to be deterred, crawls right back up on top. Jarrett finding himself face first in the middle of the mat, and well, look at Kraft, just cranks that right on over. Nice step over.
Yeah, he took him right down. He's got that double vine. We saw that earlier. Controls the head. We're going to have a fall here.
Trying to get all that weight over Jarrett's shoulders. Glenn says it's not enough. Too much for me. All right, a couple more sponsors we want to be able to get to as Kraft does a nice job of taking care of his opponent in the 138 class, and that is Santa Cruz Diner. At Santa Cruz Diner, you'll always find great food and reasonable prices. Family owned and operated since 1998. Santa Cruz Diner is kid-friendly and offers a wide selection of traditional and vegan items. Their great staff and comfortable atmosphere will make you feel right at home. Featured on the Food Channel, easy to find on Ocean Street in Santa Cruz. On the web at santacruzdiner.com. Great food, great prices at the Santa Cruz Diner. And Cougar Swim School, located at Felton at the San Lorenzo Valley High School pool. Cougar's experienced staff is dedicated to helping students gain experience in the water and becoming strong swimmers. Find them online at cougarswimschool.com. Every day is a great day to learn to swim at Cougar Swim School. Getting ready, Pat, is the 145 class. Alan Burge of Aptos and Doug Pazier of Scotts Valley. Both of these guys in the dark uniform, so Aptos is on the right, Scotts Valley is on the left as you're looking for them. And of course, Aptos, everybody dyed their hair blonde, so that's the other way you're going to be able to figure out who these guys are. Or if you want to go by the anklets, Aptos is red and Scotts Valley is green. A shake of the hands, a toot of the whistle, and Pat Lovell's favorite sport commences.
Yeah, here we go. Burge is just from Aptos, is a senior, and Pizer is just a freshman from Scotts Valley. So we might have a little bit of a mismatch here.
Well, Doug immediately Pizer of Scotts Valley finds himself in a little bit of trouble with Alan Burr. Very quick.
He did a nice job in the takedown, but Pizer did a great job of fighting out of that thing and not getting himself, getting a near fall scored against him.
Burr with 2 points. 1:35 to go. We're just in the first round of 3 rounds, potentially 3 rounds. Burr doing a nice job of grabbing the ankle and getting into control.
He's got that tight waist and got the Oklahoma ride on him there. Oh. All right, Pizer did a good job there coming out of there.
Burr, it looks like he's just manhandling his opponent.
Coming right back with a hip throw and puts Pizer right down on the mat.
Burr, nice jobs. He got the legs spread way apart. Pizer really can't do anything. Burr going to work on the left arm and the left leg. He's got him wrapped up like a Christmas present.
Yeah.
Pizer doing a nice job, but Burr is just relentless.
That's one of the cardinal things you don't want to do in that match also. Just what Burge did there, come up over the top of the man's shoulder, because he can hook your arm and spin out of there. And, you know, that's kind of a move that by the time you're a senior, you should not be doing that. You should be alert to not putting your arm over the guy's shoulder like that. Because he'll spin out and get a escape or a reversal on you.
Yeah, I think that time Burge was happy that he didn't have quite the experienced opponent who could feel what was going on.
Yeah.
Burge on top. Pizer tries to step out. Burge doing a nice job of controlling the leg.
Burge has a tendency to get up a little too high. A little too high on him.
Doug still underneath.
Trying to work that cross face, but he can't quite get the arm across there, and then he uses that Oklahoma pry on him. The right arm is in the crotch, and his other arm's across his chest there, trying to break him down. Now see, the same thing happened there again. Do you see what he did? He had his arm over the top, which allowed Pizer to spin out of there.
Allen doing a good job. He's up 4-1 after the first 2 minutes, and Doug from Scotts Valley, he's going to be. Both are going to set up. They're deferring. Who's deferring to what?
Burge was a junior varsity champion last year in the SCCAL, and he also played football. And Doug Pizer, coached by Jared Norman and Fred Cortez over there at Scotts Valley, and he's 4-14 this year, so you can tell that he's kind of a neophyte in this sport.
He's, you know, you talked about Jared Norman, on-campus coach for Scotts Valley. You've got some on-campus coaches and some not. All of these coaches are great wrestling coaches, very enthusiastic. But it's got to be huge if you have a coach on campus.
Yes, it does. It makes a tremendous amount of difference when you're hired. You have a full-time coach, teacher, or whatever they may be on campus, where you can go talk to them all the time, because you become actually a counselor for these guys. You know, wrestling is such a demanding sport that kids want to know what it's like, and you can't relate to people who've never done it before.
It's a unique sport. Jared Norman, the coach for Scotts Valley, gets off his chair and shouts out encouragement to his wrestler, Doug Pizer, to keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
Burge on top. Maintains control, at least on the initial move.
Burge still sticking that head up over there. Pizer could reach up there and grab it. He could spin out of there again. Oh, there he go. Tried to crank that half, but it didn't work. Pizer was too tough for him.
Pizer's showing me a lot. 4-2 is the score in favor of the Aptos wrestler, Alan Burge. Pizer almost got out of it, but Burge does a nice job of just regaining control and taking Pizer back to the deck.
I think we're getting a lot of riding on top now. I think the bottom man's doing most of the work.
Isn't that the way it's supposed to be?
You're liable to see a solid call. There he did the same thing again. He got over the top. He got lost him again for another point.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if Burge is not careful with 50 seconds, with about 50 seconds to go, he could find himself in trouble point-wise.
Yeah. Pretty impressive when a freshman can hang in there with a senior like he is.
Yeah, right now the senior looked like he might have made a couple of tactical errors, but he's being able to fight his way back on top.
Yeah, made a mistake there. He didn't get his hip squared away when Burge took that shot at him, and it cost him dearly because he got his hip out to the side. Yeah.
A little adjustment of the headgear. Doug Pizer, Scotts Valley, puts it back on. Time is stopped, 21.6 seconds to go here in the second period. Burge on top, 6-3.
The referee finally cautioned Burge, warned him for stalling because he's not doing much in that position. He's got that Oklahoma ride with that
hand in the crotch and blocking the arm on the far side. It's almost helpless for the bottom man to try and do anything. I've refereed so many college matches where the wrestlers use that and they just crank. If you're a weakling, they'll put the thing will turn into a half Nelson and they'll turn you with it. But if not, if you're strong, all they'll do is ride you there as long as you let them as a referee. If you don't warn them out of it or stalemate them out of it, they'll do it all day long.
There's the end of the first round. 6-3 in favor of Burge. You refereed a lot of college matches. What were some of your favorite venues to go to as a referee?
Well, of course, I did 17 NC2A Division I championship. I got to see all the big names back in those days. One famous name that we know is Kurt Engel.
Right.
Was out of Clarion, and he was a great college wrestler. There's many more, that are around. But the national championships were always a really big event for me. The technical violation for Pizer locked his hands on Burge, so that's another point. He's up 7-3 now.
And what if that's more out of frustration to get that type of a foul?
Usually you find that from a young wrestler. Unconsciously lock their hands. They don't know what to do sometimes with their hand.
Burge gets Pizer. Pizer flips it back over, but they are out.
Yeah. They look like two cats in a gunny sack over there.
They were wrestling and tussling and flipping and flopping. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. Minute 33 to go here in the third. 7-3 in favor of Burge.
I think we got a blood time here.
Now the don't bleed on my mat rule now comes into effect.
Yeah.
So you've been to Penn State, some of the great wrestling places?
No, I've never been to Penn State.
Oh, neither have I. So we're both even on that one. If you would like a DVD of this great match or any other, learn more about it, contact communitytv.org for some dubs or give us a phone call at 425-8848. Not only can you get DVDs of the SCCAL Wrestling Finals, which Pat Lovell and I are doing right now, but also any of the other great athletic sports that we've done from the football season, the basketball season, and coming up soon as we're gaining more and more sponsors, softball and baseball.
Here we go. Burge tried to get popped up out of Burge. Pizer did a good job. Burge probably finally got away and got that escape on him.
Interesting technique by Burge.
Very nice. Yeah. He's shooting that single, trying to get underneath him. It cost him dearly because he didn't set it up. He tried to go for it. And the freshman from Scotts Valley was smart enough to capitalize on it.
8-5 right now, and so Burge finds himself not too far from being in real trouble and losing this match. Pizer still hanging on. Burge trying to get hold of that wrist and pry himself free. Another point for Aptos. 9-5 in favor of Aptos. And Burge gets out.
He goes for another escape.
29 seconds to go. Burge looking for some way to shoot. Single leg if he can do it. Pizer looking for a finishing move.
Yeah, he knows where he is right now. He's going to take that head and arm, work to the side, try and work his cradle, spin to the side, score his takedown, which he does.
12-5 in favor of Burge. And that's it. Great match. Alan Burge comes up on top, 12-5 against his opponent, Doug Pizer from Scotts Valley. A good, well-wrestled match. The young freshman did a fantastic job.
Here we have Burge on the bottom. He pops up. Pizer locks his hands around him, walking him around the mat, Don't let him. There's hand control. Burge gets away and fires out of there. Here we go. We're going to see what's going to happen here. This is, I think, the part where Burge tries a wild takedown, misses, and Pizer is able to take advantage of him and take him down to the mat. So
You got to be careful of that.
Brian Batista of Harbor in the black and green. Andy Ramirez from Scotts Valley in the all black. Or if you want to go the anklets, it's the red anklet for Scotts Valley and the green anklet for Harbor. Fitting, Harbor's colors being green.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Brian Batista is a sophomore, and Andy Ramirez is a freshman. So we got
some youngins.
2 underclassmen, yeah. But I tell you, Brian Batista has a tremendous record. His tournament record is very outstanding. He was first at the Weber Lawson, 4th at the Apple Cider, and there he goes in with a nice double leg takedown and takes Ramirez right down off his feet.
Batista comes up with the first 2 points.
Yeah, and he was second. He was second in the SCCAL last year. Brian Batista was. He was second place, and he also is a football player.
Well, Tex Ronning sitting over there probably enjoying this. Former Harbor coach, Brendan Gwynn, current Harbor coach.
Here he goes with another takedown. Started like a fireman's carry. Looked like he switched off to a single leg, ended up with a single leg takedown on that. Working on Ramirez's neck here. Inside wrist ride.
4-1 right now in favor of Batista. So Brian, point-wise, he's in control with 1:19 to go here in the first round. Timeout. Batista comes back.
Yeah, get another caution because he was touching him with his legs. So
looked like he might be able to do that again, but not this time. Ramirez tried to get out.
Yeah. By trying to get up there, he forced himself to his own back. It almost cost him a 2-point near fall. Oh, he did score the near fall.
Okay.
Probably a little lapse there of thinking that he could, come out that way, and he got trapped there.
I would assume that to get out from the down position by stepping out, you really have to be explosive and, get some kind of control of the wrist so you can make that pull or turn.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to create some space in there, That's why it doesn't do you any good when you stand up is to move forward. You got to come straight up first and get your legs out in front of you or get your legs underneath you. That's where you have the power to break away and escape a reverse. Oh, he's got that inside wrist ride on him. He almost turned him with that. Tight waist and inside. There he goes for the cheap tilt. See how he's got the arm across?
Yep.
But he couldn't quite hold it.
Ramirez gets out of it. And they get out of the circle.
Yeah. He almost got an escape on that. But Batista was able to hang on to that leg, and that still maintained control until your opponent breaks away freely and faces you.
6-1 still the score, 25 seconds to go.
Now, if he's had success with that tilt move that he was using on there, the tight waist and all, he'll probably keep going to it. But now he's doing actually a bar half on the far side half Nelson, and see if he goes back to the cheap tilt. I think that's his bread and butter move.
He may just ride right now as we got 5 seconds to go before we're going to get the horn. Ramirez doing a nice job. Can he turn around now?
Warning got a green because he didn't bring him back to the mat. He just ran him out of bounds.
Couple of warnings. We're getting ready for the next 2 minutes. Ramirez is going to be in the down position. Batista from Harbor going to be right on top of him. Oh, a little tried to kick over the top. Batista says no.
Try to do that forward roll out of there. When you do that forward roll, you got to really hit it. You got to tuck yourself. And he's working on that half, far side half.
Also working on Ramirez's neck as he pushes it down every once in a while.
He's keeping him guessing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Batista trying to get the wrist, it looks like. Now he's really got good control of the head and neck.
Ramirez trying to get up out of there, but Batisto's got pretty good control on him. Oh, he's turned him up again here. Looks like he's got that arm bar again.
Batista doing a good job. The count's going.
And he got a 3-point near fall out of that. He's controlling the wrist on this side, and he's going to go to the half on the other side, or he'll arm bar him up. He's trying to. I think he's just trying to take the arm over. Now, remember, the arm cannot go beyond 45 degrees when it's behind the back. You can't take it beyond 45 degrees. That would be potentially dangerous, and if you continue to do it, it would be called illegal. It costs you 1 point.
He was close to doing. I was liking how he was using the arm to get it across.
Yeah.
And being very cautious to keep it right at about 90 degrees right behind the back.
Keep it so it's not going up there.
These two guys look like they've been professional bulldoggers before they came back as wrestlers.
Yeah, for sure. Reincarnated, huh? He's got that 2-on-1 wrist ride here on this side. Got the leg trapped on the near side. Now what he'll try and do is he'll try and kick him over, or he'll go back to that cheap tilt move, or now it looks like he's going to do the crotch lift on him and try and put him on his back.
Batisto's still in control, trying to get his legs over on one side to see if he could just use the legs and drive. Ramirez doing a nice job. 9-1 is the score. Ramirez is in trouble point-wise with just less than a second to go, and there it goes at the end of 2 rounds. Batista from Harbor is on top, 9-1.
He changed that into a nice move where he locked his legs across there and put Ramirez on his back. That was a real nice change up for him.
Ramirez this time on top. Batista tries to jump out of it. Ramirez loses control.
Took him right back. You know, Batista took him right back, and you know, when you're young, Ramirez being a freshman, sometimes you get in that position, you actually panic a little bit, and you wanted to let go of everything because you don't know what's coming or what's happening. You know, but experience will take that away, and you become better and better, and you know where your body is at all time.
Batista now just riding Ramirez. Ramirez trying to figure out how he can get outside the white paint line. And Batista doing a nice job of keeping him in. Now there's that arm across the back.
Yeah, there he goes with a cheap tilt, but he's going to waste all that energy until he gets him back on the mat.
Well, one thing, Batista is working hard, but there's no doubt that Andy Ramirez out of Scotts Valley is working so much harder just to maintain.
Yeah, for sure.
14-1 is the score. A minute to go here in the 3rd round. We are in the 152-pound weight class.
If he turns him again here, and doesn't pin him, he will have a tech fall. If you're ahead by 15 points or more, they call that a tech fall. Look at, he's got that leg vine now. Still in control. That was a nice change up on coming back.
Never really lets go of his opponent, maybe just for a second.
Yeah, he got a reversal on that. You see he stepped over. That was a real nice move on Ramirez's part. He stepped over on that. That was nice.
36 seconds to go.
Got that reversal right on the edge.
What I like about Ramirez and some of the other wrestlers, Pat, is that they may or may not know what the score is, but they do not quit.
Yeah.
And we've seen a couple in some very compromising positions. They just fight their way right on out of it. Jared Norman yelling instructions out to young Andy Ramirez, trying to get him to turn his opponent.
Yeah, Ramirez is trying to get that 3/4 Nelson on him, and he can't quite do it. He's put himself in a bad position. He could get pinned here. Probably gonna have a tech fall here if he doesn't pin him.
Oh, 16-3 is our final. Brian Batista on top of Andy Ramirez in the 152-pound weight class. Now, we already saw one of the Crafts get out there. Michael Crafts come back, and we'd like to thank Craft Body Shop for being one of our proud sponsors here at the SCCAL Wrestling Championship. Craft Body Shop, serving Santa Cruz County since 1965. Craft Body Shop specializes in all types of collision and auto body shop repairs. Craft offers free estimates, a lifetime warranty, accepts all types of insurance, as is Diamond Certified, utilizing state-of-the-art tool and repair equipment. Craft's dedicated staff takes pride in resolving all your vehicle's damage and gaining customers for life. Call 476-3232 or visit them on the web at craftbodyshop.com. And of course, if you're hungry, Santa Cruz Diner. At the Santa Cruz Diner, you'll always find great food at reasonable prices. Family owned and operated since 1998. Santa Cruz Diner is kid-friendly and offers a wide section of traditional and vegan items. Their great staff and comfortable atmosphere will make you feel right at home. Featured on the Food Channel, easy to find at Ocean Street in Santa Cruz or on the web at santacruzdiner.com. Great food, right price. Santa Cruz Diner. Two wonderful sponsors. Okay, we're at 162. Dashiv, Baldwin Dashiv and Ryan Ganley. Dashiv from Scotts Valley. He is on the right. And Ganley from Aptos with a big block A with the anchor, both of them in dark uniforms. Dashiv right now looking like he might be in better control than Ganley. Ryan finds himself hitting the mat first, 2 points.
He started out as a double leg takedown, worked up into a body lock, and then he was able to take Ganley down to the match. You watch Ganley, he's a fighter though, I tell you. I've seen him wrestle before, and he keeps going the whole 6 minutes.
And you can see right now he's fighting his way back up. He's got his leg over the top.
Yeah, he's working over, he's trying to get out of there.
Baldwin trying to figure out, he's got hold of Ganley's head, and Ganley comes back out on top, 2-2.
No, Ganley is a senior, and he was 5th at the Coast Classic, so that's a real feather in his cap because, as you know, that was a tough tournament. And
Dashiv's got hold of Ganley's left ankle, and the Gumby match continues between these two 162-pounders.
Ganley got a little bit too high on him there, and Dashiv was smart enough to try and pop him over the top of him. Now he's a little bit troubled because he's flat down, and now Ganley's got his legs in. When he comes up, Ganley's got to make it, just like he did there, double vine and pop the arms forward, which gives you no base on the bottom whatsoever. So that's where he wants to be. If he comes up to his knees, you want to get out of that position. Now he looks like he's trying to run his cradle, but he can't quite get it going.
Good, exciting first 60 seconds of the first round. Comes out at a 2-2 tie. Dashiv, Scotts Valley 2. Ryan Ganley, Aptos also 2. Ganley defers. Baldwin says we'll start from the neutral position.
These two guys have some great ambitions. Ganley wants to open his own pet grooming business after he's done here at Aptos High School, and he's going to call it Ganley's Groomers. That's kind of like, what was that movie? Some of Farley's Rangers.
There we go. That could be it. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I've got three cats and 2 dogs. I'll bring him right over to his shop as soon as he opens it up.
Nice shot there. Nice shot there by Dashiv, but he missed it. Dashiv was able to come up on top. Ganley pops his head out there. He's going to have a reversal.
Ganley gets his head out. There's your reversal. 4-4. Minute 21 to go here in the second round. Ganley.
Now Dashiv is of Russian descent. He doesn't speak a lot of English, I don't think. And he's a very outstanding student. He's 3.5 student at Scotts Valley. He wants to continue in the field of medicine. Oh, look at Ganley's got him now.
Got him in trouble.
Near fall.
Dashiv's got hold of Ganley's leg.
Look at
There's the pin. Ganley with a fall with 56 seconds to go in the second round.
I would say Ganley groomed him very well.
I'd say you're right. Maybe this young man's he's already shown he's got some ambition off the mat. He's got some good ambition on the mat. Pat, here's the pin.
Okay, here we go. Oh, there was a pin, and the match is over.
Got in a little bit late on that one, but
yep, here he goes. He's got the crossface. Here you see the sheaf gets over, off balance again, trying to hang on where he should have let go. Hung on a little bit too long. Ganley was able to get his head out of there, and then take him with that cheap tilt right across his back.
We are getting ready to go to the 170-pounders. Joe Else of Aptos and Elijah Shep of San Lorenzo Valley. Shep is in the black and red. He's on the right as we're looking at. Well, not right now. He's on the left as we're looking at it. He's on our right anyways.
Yeah.
And Joe Else from Aptos High School. There's the shake. There's the whistle, and off we go. This ought to be fun.
Joe Elsey is one of the top guys in our league. He's a senior, but you know, he was first at the Overfelt, first at the El Camino, and there he comes in with a nice takedown, moves right into a tight half Nelson here, trying to stand Shep up on his shoulders here. He may put him away early, who knows?
Well, Elsey got some points. He's up by 2.
They got his takedown, his near fall.
And 5. Shep goes for a shot. Elsey so quick.
Yeah, he is very, very, very quick. He was first at the El Camino, first at the Dream Invite, second at the Coast Classic, and 6th at the Mid-Cals. 3.8 grade point student, but he's got something bad on here on his future plans to go to Cal Poly. I mean, I don't know.
Which one?
I don't know who'd want to go to Cal Poly.
Well, if it's Pomona, I can argue. You know,
yeah.
There are two folks.
Become a Mustang at my old school. I can go for that.
Go get it. Yeah. Mustangs, you got to like it.
Shep from San Lorenzo Valley is also a senior. Here's Elsey again with that great deep half Nelson, driving him over. He's just overpowering Shep is what he's doing.
He lets Elijah out.
And Shep is a 4.0 student, and he also plays water polo and swims. So he's a 3-sport guy for us.
Kind of an unusual 3 sports, though, Pat.
Yeah.
Water polo, wrestling.
Yeah. There goes
some body contact.
There goes Elsey with a nice double leg takedown, and then ended up with a trip on that. He's up 13-4 in the first period. So he's a well-muscled lad, isn't he?
He is. He's put together the 170-pound weight class. He's one of the guys that if you get in the dark room or a back alley, he's on my side.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, I've always talked to coaches. If you could pick your athletes for any sport, you don't have to have the sport, right?
Yeah.
I think Elsey would be one of those athletes I would want on my side. Doesn't matter what the sport is. This is conditioning, his coordination. He's got a lot about him. And I'll tell you what the other thing is.
There we go. He's cranking that bar half. He's got that vine in. He did what Elsey did there is he had him so tight he couldn't turn him. So he knows from experience to let him loosen up a little bit on turn him and then get the fall.
And he got that fall with 4.9 seconds to go in the first round. So fighting Mr. Joe Else came up on top of that one. Shep, the 3-sport athlete out of SLV, finds himself pinned.
Here you go. You see.
That's got to hurt.
Oh, yeah. You see Elsey putting that deep half Nelson on him, turn him right to his back here. Now he's got lifted the head up, other arm tight around the body, and there's your fall. Match over.
All right, we're going to get to 182 as we continue to work our way right up. Carl Johnson of San Lorenzo Valley and Dennis Kapkin of Aptos.
Yeah, Captain is a senior, and he has a career record of 48-19. He was 3rd at El Camino, 4th at Ponderosa, and 6th at the Weber Lawson. 3.8 grade point average, a very outstanding student. Carl Johnson from San Lorenzo Valley is a junior, and he was 5th at the at the Fremont tournament, and 4th at the Coast Classic, and 5th at the Overfelt. So they're pretty close in stature, and he's a 4.0 student.
Nice steam running through this entire match, Pat. There's a lot of students out there, no matter what their grade is, freshmen, seniors. Good grade point average. Good students out on the mat.
Yeah. You find out a lot of times in wrestlers. There's a lot of scholars out there that were wrestlers. Of course, I'm not one of them. But, you know.
I'll disagree. You got Madden through school.
Yeah, I had to carry John for 4 years. I mean, 3 years.
Kapkin and Johnson trying to get something going. No score. Minute 11, minute 10 to go.
Nice double leg there. Nice double leg, nice follow through by Johnson. Very nice. Oh, he held on. Kapkin held on too long.
Kapkin trying to fight his way back around. He can't do it. Johnson
he can slip that hand around his neck and put him in a half Nelson. He's going to really be in trouble. There he goes. Here's a near fall count.
Kapkin fighting his way out, trying to get back onto his stomach. He almost does it. Johnson using his legs, driving. Gets on top of his shoulders, gets on top of his chest.
He got in trouble. Whoa! Boom goes the catamaran.
And a fall at 26.4 seconds in the first round. Carl Johnson from San Lorenzo Valley. I'll tell you, when you get in trouble, it doesn't take long before your opponent figures it out real quick.
Yeah, here's the replay on this. Yeah, here he goes. He comes in. Johnson comes in with a nice double leg, steps through, trips, takes him now. He works kind of in his cross body position here with the far shoulder, and he just keeps working at it. And Kapkin came out of it, but he went right back into it again. Now you'll see him working here, and he's working, and you see Kapkin's trying to stay out of that and not let his body roll. See, when he lifted up there, that gave him the force, and now you see him take it back. Now he'll roll away, try and roll away to get out of it, and that's where he gets caught on for the fall. But put the half. See, once you got the half Nelson with your hips turned underneath you, you're pretty well stuck.
You are toast. Okay, that was 182. We are now going to 195. Frank Ramirez out of Aptos and Dakota Francis out of Harbor High School. 195. Getting into well, my weight.
Yeah.
Not that I would wrestle. My best defense wrestling these days, Pat, is running.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready. Here we go. 195. Frank Ramirez from Aptos.
And Dakota Francis from Harbor.
And they're both in the dark trunks.
Yeah, Frank Ramirez from Aptos has a very, very good record. He was 2nd at the El Camino, 4th at the Ponderosa, 5th at the Dream Invite, 7th at Coast Classic, and 7th at the Overfelt. I think you'll see a lot of action out of these two guys. I know Dakota Francis was an outstanding football player for the Harbor Pirates.
He was.
And you know, Ramirez was 2nd in this tournament last year. So this should be an outstanding match, I think. Got two bulls out there.
They're both working each other over. You've seen them both charge out of the circle and run back to the center circle. There's Francis working for a shot out of bounds. Still no points. Minute 35, as you can see on your screen.
I think we had a warning stalling against Ramirez. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, here we go.
Dakota's got to readjust the headgear.
Yeah, he has to put his hairnet on because his locks came out from underneath.
Well, that's something I don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
Us are the follically challenged squad.
Yeah, getting thinner and thinner. Dakota Francis was 6th at Sunnyvale, 4th at the Coast Classic. Oh, these two guys were big guns at the Coast Classic, so they maybe have met before.
Well, they're wrestling like it, that's for certain. They're trying to work each other for some kind of shot or can control the wrist. Dakota tries to go for something across the back of the head and pull her neck down. Reggie Roberts, the head man, a New Englander. Head man for Aptos, has done a great job of building that program. When I was there, Gordon Lathrop was the wrestling coach.
Yeah.
Of course, that goes back to the 80s.
Oh, Gordy was there for a long time. Did a lot for Aptos wrestling. And they're still feeling each other out here. First minute, we have no score.
Yep.
Which shows they're pretty close, and we're going to be plagued. We're going to be plagued with the head thing all night tonight. The hairnet.
It's the hairnet. Ramirez runs Francis out of bounds. We're going to wait a little bit, and we're saying, the heck with the hairnet.
Referee got tired. Referee got tired of having him put that thing on.
I would. Dakota goes for a single leg takedown, and
well, there it goes in.
Ramirez goes for it too, and they are still out of bounds. 1 point.
Ramirez went in for that single, and he couldn't finish it. Francis was back on him, sprawled on him really well in that. Oh, he had perfect position that time, but he stepped out of bounds. He was in just where you're supposed to be on a double leg tackle. That was very nice.
Again, both wrestlers working each other's wrists. They are just sort of look like two bighorn sheep.
Yeah.
Locking heads and driving their horns right through each other.
You see that Francis has a little bit of a advantage. He has longer arms. He's a little bit taller, a little lankier. There's Ramirez, tried to get in a fireman's carry position. Didn't quite work out for him.
Ramirez shows me a lot of quickness here at the 195 pounds. Actually, both of these wrestlers are very quick.
Okay, Francis takes down the second period. Ramirez is going to be on top.
See how Dakota explodes out of this one. He's on the bottom. Nice job by Ramirez.
Dakota Francis is very strong in his legs. You see how quick he came up out of there?
Yeah,
that's power. That's power.
He exploded out. He is up right now.
He's got some power in his legs, I'll tell you that. Francis is a junior and Ramirez is a senior. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. And it looks like they have met maybe in the Coast Classic this year. I'm not sure. They could have been at different weights.
Well, I remember covering Dakota for the football game this year. He is a fine athlete.
Yeah, he was one of their better players.
Coach Jess Cox is trying to build that football program.
Yeah. There goes Francis on a nice single. Ramirez just took him in a spinner and came right around with nothing. Got him in the front head and arm. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Out of bounds. Ramirez had him close that time.
He was right there.
Dakota looks like he might be getting a little gassed here. A little bit tired.
Readjust the headgear. That could be something that's fatal if you're adjusting the headgear and your opponent comes up on you quick.
Yeah, there it goes into that high crotch move, almost like a fireman's carry. High crotch. Dakota Francis really does have strength in his legs.
He fought that one off bad.
He does. He has great strength in his legs.
Still 2-0, 40 seconds and counting down.
Yeah.
Francis on top. No points in the.
See the difference here with the lanky guy? Reach over and grab the ankle like that.
Yes.
When you're trying to get taken down. The shorter body guy has a hard time to lift that because the center of the weight on him.
I was going to wonder when the referee was going to bet that. Yeah, one thing about Dakota Francis, his dad owns Independent Rentals, who's one of our great sponsors throughout the years.
Yeah, I think we're getting a little tired here.
Well, I would be. You've been at it for almost 4 minutes now of shoving 190 some odd pounds all over the place. Ramirez looking for something, and Dakota just being so strong. Yeah. Just pushes him out.
Okay, here we go in the third period.
2-0 the score. Frank Ramirez out of Aptos, Dakota Francis out of Harbor.
Francis is ahead 2-0.
Looks like Dakota could sometimes, if he could get hold of Ramirez, could throw him around like a rag doll.
Yeah, see, same thing here. See how the length helps?
Yes.
Trying to work that cradle. He's got such an advantage because when Ramirez balls up like that, he puts his body in close like that, Francis can slap that cradle on him. He's riding him really tough now. He's with that cross-face ankle.
Ramirez gets out of that one, gets hold of the wrist.
Ramirez is going to score one here.
2-1. Minute 17 to go. Everything in doubt. Pat, I think you're right. Both of these opponents are hitting E, getting close to E on that gas tank.
Yeah.
Here we come. Nice catch by Reggie Roberts, or you and I were going to have Ramirez right in our line. I noticed you were gone.
Yeah, I know better.
But I was ready to go one way or another. I'm blocked on the left, and you were on my right. I was ready to grab you and put you in front of me.
Reminds me one time I was at Stanford doing a dual meet. 2 heavyweights came right at me. I was refereeing. There was a small, short fence behind me. I jumped to the side. They crashed into the fence, and the guy goes, "Why didn't you stop him?" I said, "Why didn't you come out here and stop him?"
Oh, that must have been one to look at. Some big heavies coming at you. We still have the big heavies to go, the 285s, John Sullivan and Cullen McKenzie. But right now we are on 195. Frank Ramirez of Aptos and Dakota Francis. Dakota Francis on top 3-1. He's trying to find something to do. They step out with just about 40 ticks left to go. Coach Gwynn saying to Dakota Francis, get in there.
He's protecting that lead. Keeps pushing, keeps driving.
Ramirez keeping his legs away from Francis so he doesn't get an opportunity for Dakota to take a shot on him.
He needs to take a shot. Needs to take a shot.
19 seconds to go.
He's going to try and...
Looked like Ramirez was about ready to do something, and Dakota just stepped out of bounds. Reggie Roberts trying to give Ramirez. There's the shot by Ramirez. Dakota just takes him away. Exciting here, Pat. This is great.
Exciting ending to this here.
Ramirez, can he do something with inside 5 seconds? 1.8, we're gonna go back to the middle. 2 seconds. Just don't do anything incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
Dakota Francis comes up on that one. 3-1 on it. Wonderful.
It was hanging on at the end.
They were both hanging on at the end.
Yeah.
A lot of gasping for air on that one. Is just a great job by Dakota Francis and Frank Ramirez. See if we can get some replays. Here we go.
Here we go. Here's an attempt on a double leg. Almost got the announcers here.
Calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah, we stopped them before they hit the table. We got all this expensive equipment from CTV. We don't want to ruin it.
All right, we're at 2:20 right now. This is the one, Pat, that I've been looking forward to. Ben Landauer from San Lorenzo Valley and Riggs Powell from Aptos. 2 football players.
Yeah, 2 of the premier athletes in the SCCAL, really. Both of them seniors, both of them great records.
Yep.
Ben Landauer is first at the Peninsula Invitational, first at the Coast Classic, first at the Overfelt Classic, fourth at the Mission San Jose. He was second in this tournament last year, and he was fourth at CCS last year. He's a 4.22 grade point average.
He's fantastic. He missed the football season this year, most of it because Landauer because of a leg injury. Powell, of course, I had his dad. Well, I didn't really coach his dad too much. Jeff Powell, who played football for Raptors back in the 80s, a fine athlete.
Yeah, his dad played football for us at the Cabrillo. Jeff was a fine athlete we had there, but his son, Riggs Powell, is the real deal. He was first at Overfelt in a different weight class than Ben Landauer. Fourth at the Mid-Cals, fourth at the El Camino, and third at the Dream Invitational. He was third in the league last year, and that was his first year of wrestling. So he's got some great stuff. He may end up going to BYU. I don't know. That's where his dad went, and possibly he'll end up there also.
Good school, good football program, pretty good wrestling program.
Yeah, they don't have a wrestling program anymore.
Oh, they don't?
No, so he would be a football player there. Yeah, BYU dropped their program many years ago. Okay, here you got Riggs Powell. He's got Landauer in that front head and arm, trying to move to the side, get to the side on that.
Landauer keeping his hips up, trying to keep the legs away.
He tried to do the throw by, and you got to figure that I think that Landauer is probably a little bit heavier than Riggs. Riggs was wrestling at 97, lost in a challenge match, so he went up to 220, and I talked to him tonight, he's about 205, so there might be a few pounds different there. I don't know how hard Landauer works to get down to 220, but these are two fine athletes, I tell you.
They really are great students all the way around. I'll tell you, wherever these two go to college, and if BYU is a fantastic choice, they're going to be welcome on the athletic program as well as the academics that they're going to be part of. Getting ready to go here in the second 2-minute round. No score. Doesn't surprise me.
There's Landauer trying to go into that switch mode. Going to try and get his legs up underneath him. Once he gets up, he's going to be tough.
Landauer very strong through the legs. He may be a little weak just to get out of it. There's a point for Landauer.
There he goes with a nice sit out on that to score one. Did you notice how he came right back at Powell right away? And Powell had to really hustle to move. And he tried to work that front head and arm on him.
Well, there's one thing that I've known about wrestling, and you being the expert, no resting. You don't get a rest here when you're on the mat.
No rest. I don't know what we got, if we got a bloody nose or whatever.
Well, Palestrini, the head coach for San Lorenzo Valley High School, that was a little one. Yeah, it was a little bit of possible blood, maybe a headbutt. I only thought you saw that in boxing. Riggs Powell comes over to the table, wipes his nose off a little bit. Referees will take another peek at it to make sure he's okay, and we'll get right back at it.
Yeah, a little blood on the bod there. They'll know they've been in battle tonight.
They're going to feel it.
Yeah.
They will definitely feel it. Back at it. Clock took a while before it could finally get started. Now we're going. So the public gets to see like 3 more seconds worth of fantastic wrestling by Landauer and Powell. Nice job by Powell to just keep his hips back away from him.
Yeah, Powell trying to get into him, tried to get in a position to body lock him there. He couldn't quite get all the way underneath him, but if he would have locked up on that, I think he might have been able to score. But they're in the classical battle now.
Working each other's hands, trying to get some kind of a control. Landauer with a hand over the neck, but not there. Again, trying to force Powell's head down, not there. Landauer really hasn't taken too many shots. He probably hasn't got much of an opportunity.
No, he hasn't. Yeah, they're playing it pretty cautious, but you've got to when
when you get two great athletes together like this, you know, these are the kind of matches you see in the NC2A and all that are won by 1 point or riding time. So, you know, they're smart wrestlers. You got one guy that's got a 4.22 and the other guy's got a 4.0. Tried to run him that time with a head and arm and then tried to whip him over with that underarm hook, but it didn't work for him.
Landauer, and Powell back in the center.
There's Landauer with a nice single. Tried to single in that. Powell's smart. He works that, gets on that head and arm. I think we're going to end up in a tie match here. Probably go overtime if things don't change, or somebody doesn't get fatigued here in the third period. We'll see if Landauer can hold him.
Landauer on top. Nice and light. Briggs Powell.
Powell's right out of there. There's
gets a point.
Some real horsepower.
1-1. He is strong. Watching him on the football field this year run that offense for Aptos, that very powerful offense. He's a heck of a runner.
Nice move by Landauer.
2 points for Landauer.
Yeah, he caught him on that. Caught that single. Got that ankle on him, and it took him right back. That was a nice, slick move by shooting that, grabbing that ankle like that when Powell was trying to come up.
Powell gets up, gets out of it. Does he get a point yet? No. Balestrini yelling stuff is encouragement.
He'll be out for his one. He's got his one now. Landauer's not wasting any time. He came shooting right back in there. They don't want to get that stalling warning.
Now, the one time that I did see Landauer wrestle was at the Classic this year, and he's on the attack.
Yeah, he just overpowered everybody at the Coast Classic. I was very impressed with him there.
He was never on the defensive, always moving forward on the attack. Right now got hold of, or Briggs Powell has got hold of Landauer's wrist. 1 minute, inside 1 minute. Landauer on top, 3-2. What a battle.
There goes Landauer, takes that shot again. Puts himself in a little bit of jeopardy down there doing that.
Powell trying to reach back and get hold of Landauer's legs.
There's Landauer again. He was able to snag that foot. Powell's in trouble now. His hips are down. Landauer can pop his head out of there. Powell's going to be in trouble. There it is.
He got that head out. There's two more. That's 5-2 now for Landauer.
Yeah.
And all he's got to do right now with 20 seconds to go is not make a mistake and just ride him.
He's got the guillotine on him now. He's got the vine on him.
That looks like
taking the arm up. See if Powell can fight out of it. This is really a tough move. Landauer's got that long body. Got to watch that figure four on the leg. That becomes illegal. He gets up above the cast.
Landauer from San Lorenzo Valley on top of Briggs Powell in a great match, Pat.
Yeah, that was a great match.
5-2 in favor of Landauer. So before we get to the big boys, the 285-pounders, one of the ways these guys probably go to eat is the Santa Cruz Diner, one of our great sponsors. At the Santa Cruz Diner, you'll always find great food at reasonable prices. Family owned and operated since 1998, Santa Cruz Diner is kid-friendly and offers a wide selection of traditional and vegan items. Their great staff and comfortable atmosphere will make you feel right at home. Featured on the Food Channel, easy to find on Ocean Street in Santa Cruz or on the web at santacruzdiner.com. Great food, great prices at the Santa Cruz Diner. And Cougar Swim School, located in Felton at San Lorenzo Valley High School. Pool, Cougar's experienced staff is dedicated to helping students gain experience and confidence in the water and becoming great swimmers. Find them online at cougarswimschool.com. Every day is a great day to learn to swim at Cougar Swim School. Here we go, the big boys. We've got a senior, and that is John Sullivan from Aptos, and a freshman, I believe, Pat, Colin McKenzie from Harbor.
Yeah, this is could be Oh, yeah, junior against a freshman. John Sullivan's a big-time football player I know at Aptos High School, and Colin McKenzie doesn't have much of a record here, so we might see a quick fall here.
This is one of those divisions, folks, where we didn't have a whole lot of competition in it.
Yeah, they did not have a whole bunch of guys in there.
McKenzie, very active, just does not want to get himself all tied up by the more experienced John Sullivan. I wonder if his middle initial is L.
Yeah, you can see the difference in body types too. You know, with John Sullivan being so much bigger.
Sullivan now has McKenzie. He's got 2 points. Trying to crank on that neck.
Yeah, he's working him now. He's got that half in there.
Sullivan lets McKenzie up. McKenzie gets a point. Back to the center. Sullivan goes for a leg, doesn't get it. Yeah, you can definitely see the body types.
It is a big advantage here. I would imagine that John Sullivan from Aptos is right up at the heavyweight limit. He looks to be 250, 260 anyway.
Yep, he's a big boy. I don't remember him working that offensive line. He was fun to watch.
Yeah,
as he would blow away.
Very good player. Good grade point average. 3.5 student. Second at the Weber Losses, sixth at the El Camino tournament.
I wonder if he's going to be one of those throwers for Aptos when the track and field season starts to go. McKenzie in trouble.
Yeah, he might be doing that.
McKenzie in real trouble right now as Sullivan gets over the top of those shoulders. There it is.
There it is. There's the fall.
At 6.4 seconds to go in the first period, John Sullivan of Aptos pins or falls Colin McKenzie, and that is 14 bouts, Pat. 14 fantastic bouts here at the Fehliman and Santa Cruz High School in the SCCAL Wrestling Championship. We'll be back with a little bit more right after this. And we are back at the Fehliman Gym here on the campus of Santa Cruz High School as the medals and the awards are given to all of these fantastic wrestlers who took place in the SCCAL Wrestling Championship tonight. I'm Kurt Edwards with Pat Lovell, and we would like to thank some of our proud sponsors that made this broadcast possible. Kraft Body Shop, serving Santa Cruz County since 1965. Kraft's Body Shop specializes in all types of collision and auto body shop repairs. Kraft's offers free estimates, a lifetime warranty, accept all types of insurance, is diamond certified, utilizing state-of-the-art tooling and repair equipment. Kraft's dedicated staff takes pride in resolving all of your vehicle's damage and gaining customers for a lifetime. Call them at 476-3232 or visit their website at craftbodyshop.com. And if you're hungry, go to the Santa Cruz Diner. At Santa Cruz Diner, you'll always find great food at reasonable prices. Family owned and operated since 1998. Santa Cruz Diner is kid-friendly and offers a wide selection of traditional and vegan items. Their great staff and comfortable atmosphere will make you feel right at home. Featured on the Food Channel. Easy to find on Ocean Street in Santa Cruz. On the web at santacruzdiner.com. Great food, priced right at the Santa Cruz Diner. And if you want to get wet, Cougar Swim School, located in Felton at San Lorenzo Valley High School pool. Cougar's experienced staff is dedicated to helping students gain confidence in the water and becoming great, strong swimmers. Find them online at cougarswimschool.com. Every day is a great day to learn to swim at Cougar Swim School. Pat, fun night of wrestling.
Yeah, Kurt, it was a great night of wrestling. We had some great matches, and I think we have some great individuals in the SCCL this year, as we saw tonight, are going to go on. I think they're going to do well in CCS, and we may have the most state qualifiers we've had in years from looking at some of the the wrestlers we have and the rankings that they're ranked now in CCS. Now remember, you know, that's next weekend at Independence High School. That's a whole different ball game, and some guy you throttled earlier in the season may be coming back looking for you. So you never know what's going to happen at that level. But we'll keep our fingers crossed that the SCCAL is well represented.
It should be. Let's take a roll back on some of these wrestlers that we saw throughout the evening. We open up real quick with Zacharias and Ravino early in the match, and these two went at it real fast and furious. We had a fall late on that one with 1:13 in the second round, but these two young wrestlers definitely had fun going after each other.
Yeah, they certainly did. They looked good. They looked very good in that match tonight.
And you got a couple of other wrestlers. Each wrestler seemed like they were well matched throughout the entire time. Sometimes they were just pushing and shoving and trying to get things done. We had Will LaMancha, who is a very good wrestler, not in this one, but one of the many of the Harbor wrestlers who did a fantastic job. This is Batista going up against Andy Williams of Aptos.
They worked a nice single leg takedown on that. Worked out the side, looked like he was going to roll him right into a cradle.
Yep, I said Aptos. I'm sorry. Andy Ramirez is from Scotts Valley. Jared Norman did a fine job of coaching these young wrestlers. They brought a ton of wrestlers into this meet. Yeah. You can see each one went a long way. And here is one that I got. Joe
Elsey here. Joe Elsey of Aptos here, turning over Johnson, I think, from San Lorenzo Valley. Puts him right down on his back, power halves him over, and works for the fall.
Actually, that's Eliza Shep from San Lorenzo Valley, 170-pound. Here's one where he almost lost our lives. Great job by Reggie Roberts, the head man for Aptos High School, is Dakota Francis, and this was the 195-pound against Frank Ramirez, and they pushed and shoved and pushed and shoved. And here's Landauer against Riggs Powell.
Yeah, that was one of the highlight matches tonight, as the earlier one was. But two really classic guys right here, both on the mat, on the football field, and in the classroom.
Interesting pose by both of these guys as they were working hard, and Landauer just in very good position. This match ended 5-2 in favor of Landauer, and you can see the frustration look and the exhaustion on Riggs Powell's face. Yeah. It's a great match.
Quick hands. He's got the quick hands. He follows through with that ankle snatch, you know.
Angles is everything. And then we brought in the big boys, John Sullivan of Aptos and Colin McKenzie. McKenzie, just a freshman from Harbor, just a little bit overmatched and overexperienced against the junior Sullivan from Aptos High.
And there's the fall.
I have a feeling, though, that young Colin's going to be good. Hey, let's take a look at how everything finished out from the 108 all the way through. Eddington, Zacharias, Porter, Marjoram, LaMancha, Kraft, and Burr. Those were your championship, 108 to 147, and they had to earn it.
That's right.
Some of those opponents on the other side did it really well. From 154, Batista and Ramirez, that was a fun match. DeChevy and Ganley. Ganley did a nice job coming out on his with a fall. And Ganley actually should have been the champion on that one. And then you go down to the rest of them. Johnson and Kaplan, a great match. Francis and Ramirez, we saw that one. That was fantastic. I think maybe the bout of the day was Landauer and Riggs Powell, for me.
Yeah, I think so. Very good match. Very outstanding, like I said earlier. What more can you say about them? You got two outstanding athletes, play multiple sports, and they really went for it tonight.
Well, for my partner and Hall of Famer and the commissioner, Pat Lovell, I'm Kurt Edwards, wishing you a very pleasant good evening from the Fehliman on the campus of Santa Cruz High School. Good night, everyone.